Agents, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series. Open, Chicago with the lead. Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5, touchdown Bears!
Time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it, throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Blackhawks win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Go to that page as well. Go to our Facebook page and like it there as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning in addition. Now, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell that's right next to it. Okay, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching us on our mobile app, yay, that's what I'm talking about, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Come on, man. We have our own mobile app. All right, so here's what you do. Wherever you get your apps from, I don't care. It could be iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Wards, Venture, Woolworths, wherever you get them from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take this with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, and if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. Yeah. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Come on, man. What you doing? What you problem is? All right, Sports Zone Chicago. If you don't know, we have our own Roku channel. So do us a favor. If you have a Roku device in the house, download the Sports Zone Chicago tile, just like that. All right, put it right there between Disney Plus, Hulu, Prime Video, HBO Max, actually just called Max now, Netflix, Apple TV, Showtime, Paramount Plus. Put it right there and you watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen right Mickey Ficky now. Right now. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, the Snapper, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a phenomenal show for you today, but we need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, you can't get interactive with us on Roku, but that's okay. Have us on the big screen on Roku and then leave a question or comment on the other platforms. It'll come up in the thread. We'll put it up. We'll put it on the screen. We'll talk about it. And that's what makes this the best Chicago sports talk morning show around is you. Your questions, comments, smart ass remarks, bring them. Bring them. Don't sing it. Bring it. All right. Nobody's scared over here. Nobody. Okay. Let's see what we got going on in the chat line. Chat line looks like it's jumping already. Man, already. Cornelius Squall's in the house. What up, baby? My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr., he's in the house. Monica, good morning, mommy. How are you? Good to see you. Turn my phone, fool. What was I thinking? Michelle Walls in the Hick Mickey Ficky house. You know it, baby. You know it's Mickey Ficky Friday. Yeah. Luis Mejia, what's up, Papa? Rise and grind. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you're able to join us. Papa Levette Lee is in the Mickey Ficky house. Man, listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I will tell you this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. As the show goes on. Listen. When I say we have a phenomenal show, I am not bull jiving. I'm not bull jiving. Man, I want to do something. I wanted to do something fun and different. And it's not so different. I'm not reinventing the wheel by any stretch. But it's something that I hadn't done in a while and I wanted to do. So I talked to the bosses. And we did it. At 10 o'clock, my man Ken Davis from NBC Sports Chicago is going to join us. We're talking Bears, baby. And my guy Herb Howard from the Bigs, he's going to join us as well. All three of us are going to be chopping it up, talking Bears. I am fired up. Dude, that's two of the best right there. Two of the best. I like it. I like it a lot. So you're going to get a whole bunch of Bear stuff as the Chicago Bears embark on their 2023 season. It's going to be one to remember. Believe you me, is going to be one season to remember. It's not the last. Don't get me wrong. This is the start of something. This is the start of something. And if you're one of those PTSD Bear fans, here's what I need you to do. First and foremost, I need you to continue watching. I need you to like us on all platforms. Okay? Secondly, sit down and shut your ass up and watch. Okay? Just shut up. Because you're going to come in and talking, oh, well, let's compare Trubisky and Fields. Let's compare Matt Nagy to Matt Eberflus. Let's compare. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't predict someone's success on someone else's failure. Don't do that. You can't do that. So don't. But come in here, you're going to learn. You're going to learn. We're going to get your mind right. We got some very, very high level football, sports knowledge, period. But ultra high football talk. Ultra high football level or high level football talk right here. So come on in, sit down, relax, keep your mouth shut. Okay? It's not personal. I get it. PTSD is real. It is real. But we're going to try and help you out with that. Okay? We're going to try and help you out. All right? And I want to say hello to my man Armando Emeterio, Lara the Fourth, Armandito, and Jeremiah. Jeremiah and Dito, good morning, young men. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, folks. Guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
The first top of the morning topic today, the White Sox, baby, the good guys on the South Side. Woo, Charlie, yay. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The White Sox welcome the Milwaukee Brewers down I-94, about an hour and change. Okay, welcome to the South Side. Go through. You know what? How about that? All right, Milwaukee, you deal with the traffic. You deal with the traffic, damn it. You're not flying into O'Hare. It's a short flight, so you might as well take a bus. So you deal with that traffic, you sons of biscuits. All right, on the Kennedy coming in, going through downtown, and on the Ryan coming out. You deal with it for a 3-game set. Michael Kopech is on a bump for the good guys today. He's 5-10 on the season. Not a good record at all. With a 4.43 ERA, he's going against Corbin Burns, who's 9-6 with a 3.42 ERA. First pitch is at 7:10. They're on NBC Chicago on the TV side and AM 1000, their flagship, on the radio side. Now, listen, let me tell you something. The season is over for the White Sox. And maybe that's why they're playing well now. They don't have any more pressure. I don't know. But let's go to work. Let's deal with these Milwaukee Brewers. Listen, I'm going to be a Sox fan. I'm a Sox fan for life. And yes, they piss me off. Yes, I think the organization is garbage. Okay. But you got a chance. You got the first place Milwaukee Brewers coming to town. Okay. Let's take 2 out of 3 from them. Let's take 2 out of 3. All right. Show that you give a damn. Show that you give a damn. You know, keep playing well. TA, keep playing well. And be professionals. Let's finish this season, all right, like professionals. All right, you've been embarrassed enough. You've been embarrassed enough by your play, by your record, by your off the field antics. You've been an embarrassment. Why not just focus on baseball now and play? Why not? I don't want to say it can't get any worse, because believe you me, it can. And I would hate for it to get worse. But you know what? Here's where you got to say, damn. Have some pride as a man, as a professional athlete. Have some pride as a team. Luis, hey, he jumped on board, baby. I'm a Sox fan too, man, but I gotta agree. I ain't giving them a dime anymore since they're not putting in. Hell yeah, dude. Shit. That's $30 a park. That's $10+ a beer. $10, $11, $12 a beer. Hot dogs are like $7, $8. A pop is $5 or $6. Like, they're gouging you all over the place, and then I don't even get to see good baseball. If I got to see good baseball, I don't have a problem paying those prices at all. Then, the next top of the morning topic. How about ain't this some shit? Ain't this some shit? Ain't this some shit? Scott Merkin tweeted out yesterday an official statement from the White Sox. There are no official plans for Sox Fest to announce at the moment. But we are working on plans to celebrate fans this winter. What are you going to do to celebrate us? What are you going to do? What are you going to do to celebrate us? Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that. No official plans? Don't you think that should have been in the works? Hell, Cubs season ticket, the Cubs convention tickets went on sale yesterday. This is why this organization sucks. This is why the ownership sucks. Because you're cowards. You canceled it last year after it was the first year back. We were able to finally have Sox Fest thanks to COVID. Then we have it, and you don't want it. You cancel it because you don't want to deal with the backlash and the vitriol from the fans because of the shitty 81-81 record. So you figured it would be better this year, and guess what? You were wrong. You picked the wrong manager. You had a guy who can't control the clubhouse. You have a guy who doesn't have the gravitas to set the culture in that locker room or clubhouse. It's baseball. It's called clubhouse. And now we're what, 25, 26 games under 500? And now you want to cancel it again? You want to cancel it again? I'm sorry, we're 22 games under 500. Part of moi. You can't. This is the most cowardice act. The biggest freaking cowards. But you'll raise ticket prices. You'll raise parking prices. You'll raise beer prices. You'll raise hot dog prices, nacho prices, margarita prices. But you won't have Sox Fest to let you know, to let us allow us to tell you how pissed we are. Yeah. That is so freaking White Sox. Steve-O said, technically it's not canceled if they never scheduled it. Very true. So technically, the Sox have for the second year, aren't going to have Sox Fest officially. Dude, come on now. And what do they mean? What this is what bothers me. Do you think we're stupid? Well, we have no plans. Let's look at the tweet again. This is what they say. The official statement from the White Sox got no official plans at the moment. When are you going to get official plans? Sox Fest had to have been booked already. Now, I'm not saying you didn't book it. I'm not. Because you could have it booked and then just back out later. And the hotel will have to get some other things. And trust me, you have till January. Someone will take it if the Sox back out. But nonetheless, cowards. Let me get my face on the screen. Cowards. I said it. Cowards. The biggest freaking cowards in that organization. Pissed me off. No official plans. What? There you go. Shawn, Sox organization full of cowards. You're damn right. Ducking accountability. You're damn right. Hey, this is a great spin on it. Steve-O. I must. Steve-O said in our little private chat, they're going to need those rooms for the Bears fans during the playoff run. I like it, Steve-O. I like it, baby. Yeah. Because we're going deep in the playoffs, baby. Stop. Don't even mess with me. Shh. All you PTSD Bear fans, shut it. Shutty. And watch. Steve-O, that's hilarious, dude. That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. Well, the next topic of the morning topic, the Cubs. The Cubs traveled north of the border to hang out with Drake in Toronto for a weekend set against the Blue Jays. Javier Assad is on the bump for the Cubs. He's 1-2 with a 3.35 ERA. He's going against Jose Barrios, who's 9-7 with a 3.38 ERA. First pitch is at 6:07 p.m. and that game tonight is on Apple Plus TV on the television side, and 6:70 a.m. their flagship on the radio side. And as I was saying, Cubs convention tickets went on sale yesterday. But the Sox have no official plans at the moment. Get the fuck out of here. How does that really? The ability to hide yourself in the nice little tower and not be held accountable, it's got to be nice. It's got to be nice for that organization. It's got to be nice. Haven't heard from Kenny Williams. Obviously, Jerry's not going to talk. He's only going to make fun of the situation when he's getting some type of stupid award like he did some months ago. They just throw Rick Hahn out there. Hey, boss, this is why you get paid. This is why you get paid the big bucks. Oh, and at the end of the year, by the way, we're probably going to fire you. Unless you do a good job, continue doing a good job of taking all the bullets for us, and then we'll keep you. But I digress. The next top of the morning topic. The Sky. Our girls. The Sky traveled to NY. Pump it up. NYC. Pump it up. In LA. Pump it up. Sky travel to New York today to take on the Liberty tonight. Game time at 7 p.m. local time. And it is on the Ion Network. They did a good job of getting a contract with Ion. I think Ion on Fridays and ESPN on Saturdays. Saturday or Sundays. So they did a great job. Now they're getting more time, more TV time. Right. And that's one of the biggest issues was the disparity in pay. And for all you jamokes who even dare to bring that up. That the WNBA players should make as much as the NBA players. That shows me you don't know a goddamn thing about anything. So whoever wants to argue that point, do me a favor. Just shut up. Just shut up. It's all about money. How much money do you generate? How much revenue do you generate? That's going to determine how much you're going to get paid. So don't come at me with this nonsense. They should be paid as much as the men. Okay. If you generate the amount of revenue that the men generate, then yes, I agree wholeheartedly. And if you don't, then you don't. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Lo siento. Lo siento mucho. Way. Oh, man. You're killing me. Man, I'm fired up for today, man. You don't even know I'm fired up. I'm excited for my conversation with my boys. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to have a lot more baseball talk. And then at the top of the hour, my guys are going to join me. It's going to be one hell of a time. So make sure the peoples and all the peoples in the struggle, and let them know Ken Davis from NBC Sports Chicago, host of the Under Center podcast, and Herb Howard, Bears beat reporter from the Bigs, will be joining the SuperBack at 10 o'clock. Chop it up, all Bears. Whew, got me fired up. You know what? That's a good segue. The next top of the morning topic, the Bears. Yay. The Bears travel to Trashville. They travel to Nashville. Nashville tomorrow to take on the Tennessee Titans. Tomorrow at Soldier Field. Game time, high noon. That game will be on Fox 32 here on the television side and AM 1000 on the radio side. I will actually be at that game. I'm excited. That's going to be really, really, really fun. One of my cousins is in from California, and so he is staying with my other cousin in Elgin. And so a lady was selling tickets, and they're like, let's go to a game. So they got the tickets and like, you want to go? Yeah, cool. So I'll be in the 400 section, where they're going to airdrop us to our seats. So, because I was just at Family Fest, and I was in the 200 level, which, by the way, if you ever want to watch a game, 200 level it is. Pardon me. If you ever go to a game, 200 level, it is. It has to be. 300 level might be good, depending on how high, how far back you are, how close you are. Because now, depending on how you like to watch the game, I like to see everything, especially with football. I like to be able to see, so I can see the play develop. I can see all. When you're down on the 100 level, it's not that easy to see. You know, you to determine the run, the if there any hole gate, any pass pro. It's tough to see when you're just a little above head level, but when you're up in a 200 level, yeah, that's the place. That's the place to watch a game. So I'm interested to see how high up we are. It's in the 400 level. So we'll be there tomorrow, and I'll be able to give you a breakdown on Monday of what I saw. I mean, obviously you're going to see it on television tomorrow night, on Sunday night. Okay. And then I'll give you my take on Monday. And the next top of the morning topic, how's this? The Chicago Bears. Woo, breaking away a little bit for tradition. They're updating their primary logo. So for as long as I can remember, the primary logo was the C. I forgot what. Damn it! What kind of C is it? The wishbones. There you go. The wishbone C. So that was their primary logo for years, as long as I can remember. Now they're moving it to the Bear's head, which I love. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Bears have said that they will continue to keep the wishbone C on the helmets. Now, look, I'm a traditionalist as well, for the most part. All right, I love tradition. But why not play with it? Okay? Why not play with it? Because I'll tell you what, we'll buy it. Won't we, fans? We'll buy that shit. We'll buy the jerseys. We'll buy the helmets. We'll buy the hats. Some people on Twitter have gotten very creative in what it is that they want to do. Imagine if this was on the helmet. How dope is that? Stop it. How dope is that? Come on, man. But wait, there's more. This is the uniform of the color scheme that most people liked. I did too. I like this. But imagine a white helmet with the Bears logo instead of that C. Come on, man. How tight is that? I would even say I do like the blue. Because you could do the blue coming out. I'm talking the tights. You can do orange coming out. You see Justin Fields has the sleeves. That I like. With the bear head, yes. Yes. Then this other one from the graphic god. Look at that. Just alternate the helmet, white helmet with the Bears head logo. Come on, man. How dope is that? And this one got a little funky with it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And you know what? I would say wear this uniform for the next 5 seasons, only one game. Just one game. One game a year. That's it. That's it. You have, because you have a couple throwback jerseys already, don't you? You got the white one. You got the blue one. This is tight. And I know you're going to say it looks like the Houston Oilers, but it's not because it's orange. But actually, no, those are red. That would be tight. That is dope. Just one game. Just one game. You know what? I wouldn't even mind if you just wore in the preseason game. That's dope. My man Brandon Levinson from the West Coast checking in. Good morning, Papa. Nice and early out there for you, 7:30. My man Junior, he's an old head. He's older than me. He says, not me, keep the C. Not me, keep the C. Cornelius Squalls, another traditionalist. The Bears' head is all right on baseball hats, but not on the helmet. Keep the C. Okay. Luis Mejia. Yeah. Oh, you want to see it on the field? Here it is on the field. Now, dude, how dope is that? That would be dope. Because just to see on the field is like, it's not taking up a lot. It's like, How about that on Soldier? And you can make that, imagine making the head of the Bears' head huge. That'd be dope. That would be dope. Junior, how do you really feel? Louis, you are a fool. They should make the logo a bear shitting out cheese. Oh man. Oh man. Wear what Peyton wore and was proud to wear. Dude, you don't think Peyton would have liked to wear those other ones? Come on, man. And it's not every game. So we got 17 games. You got 2 color rush jerseys. Jason. Looks like the Houston Oilers. I like the all white. Anything's better than the orange pumpkin. Get up. I'm not a big fan of the orange jerseys. No, I'm not a big fan of those either. Not a big fan. Not a fan of the orange jerseys. I could even do the blue jersey with the blue pants. I'm good with that. But the orange jerseys, no. Cornelius, I would wish you would get off the fence and let me know how you really feel. Okay, that would be nice. Thank you. Junior, it doesn't look like the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona Wildcats have a dark blue, not a sky blue. Completely different. Mashawn, you like the white. I do too, Mashawn. I like those white helmets. But the question would be, what logo? You're going to put the C on there? You're going to put the Bears head? I say put the Bears head on it. It just gives Nike more stuff to play with. And don't lie, we'll get Bear fans. We're nuts though. We'll go get those jerseys. We'll go get them. And I'm okay with it. I am more than okay with it. Well, listen, let's take a quick break. All right. On the other side of the break. All right. We'll have some baseball talk, baby. Some baseball talk. Cubs, Sox. Get ready for a weekend set right before the crosstown. So are the Cubs looking ahead to sweeping the White Sox? Are the Sox looking ahead to try and avoid a sweep at the Cubs? If you ask me, neither team has a luxury of overlooking the other. Cubs are in a playoff push. White Sox, aren't you done with being embarrassed like this? Cub fans talking shit. Cubs organization probably, sneering, they're looking down their nose at you. The rest of the baseball world laughing at you, Sox fans. Laughing at us, not you, at us. I am. I'm tired of that nonsense. So anyway, this should be a good series before the crosstown on Tuesday. But don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Give me your early impressions of playing with Justin Fields, the kind of ball he throws, how he commands the huddle. Give me your thoughts.
It's electrifying. You know, he's young. He's like a sponge. He's wanting to learn. Go out there and throw the ball deep, intermediate, short. He just want to make the best choice possible to put us in the best possible position to win. So I'm looking forward to it.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That clip courtesy of NBC Sports. That was Peter King. DJ Moore was speaking. Darnell Mooney was right next to him. That was the other day of practice. That got me fired up. You know, that got me really, really fired up. You know, I'm excited for the season. There's a lot of hope this year for the Bears. There's a lot of good stuff. All right, a lot of good stuff. And we're hoping that all the moves or the majority of the moves that Ryan Poles made pay off. So I'm excited moving forward. Let's see. Armando, I agree 110%. Get rid of those orange uniforms. Armando, even though I love Halloween, a big no to the pumpkin. When Junior says he loves Halloween, he is not bulljiving. Junior got married. Junior got married on Halloween in a cemetery in costume. Yes. So for those of you who didn't know that, him and Patty got married on Halloween day in a cemetery in costume. Yeah. So he loves Halloween. But we'll talk Bears at the top of the hour. Okay, the dust is kind of settled now. The dust is settled. People have been traded. The White Sox are winning series. I took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. Where was all this before? And the Yankees aren't a good team. Okay, and so let's not confuse them with a contender. Okay. But where were the key hits before that series? Where was the moving the runners over? Where was getting them on, get them over, getting them in? Where was that? You see these things and you wonder why it took so long, why they had to blow this thing up for the Sox all of a sudden start playing well. Like, don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sox take 2 out of 3 here and then sweep the Cubs. Wouldn't be surprised. Because now they have nothing to play for. There's no pressure. And that's the thing. You have to be able to play under pressure. The Sox, again, are extremely talented. They're position players, unbelievably talented. How talented are they? Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Forget about it. This guy right here. Okay? Luis Robert is having a historic year. Okay? He's the 6th White Sox in franchise history. The 7th time it happened, so somebody did it twice. And in this season, only him and Shohei Ohtani are the only 2 people with 30-plus home runs and 15-plus stolen bases. At least 30 homers, at least 15 larcenies. This guy is special. But here's the issue. He's not the only one of the team that can do that. He's not the only one of the team that can do that. Tim Anderson can do that. Although I think it would take a whole season for Tim to hit 30 home runs, but he has the capability. He could hit 35 home runs, 30 to 35 home runs in a season, and easily swipe 15 bases. Yoel Moncada, same thing. Eloy, I don't know about the bases. I think he might get 30 homers, but I don't know if he'll get the 15 stolen. Yeah, maybe a whole season. So you got 2, maybe 3 more guys on this team who can do exactly what Luis Robert is doing. But they didn't do it. But they're not doing it. These guys are uberly talented. So what are we going to do? What is this organization going to do for them, for the fans? Because the fans are livid. That the Scott Merkin tweet yesterday from the official statement from the White Sox, no official plans for Sox Fest. Come on, man. Fans are livid. Fans are livid. You know what I would love? I would love if fans boycotted opening day. I would love if fans boycotted the home opener for the White Sox. Love it. Love it. Just to make a point. I'll tell you what I would do. I would go there. I'd tailgate my ass off beforehand and then leave. I'd tailgate and I'm out. I'm bouncing. I'm out. Go to Cork and Carries. Go to Turtles. Go to what's the place on 39th Street? The Dughouse Bar or Clubhouse Bar on 39th Street. I'm Pershing. But boycott opening day. Have like 1,000 people in the stands. Embarrassing. And have people do the same. I'm telling you, do the same thing as if you're going to the game and then bounce. So tailgate. So yeah, they'll get some money with our parking. No problem. That's fine. Tailgate, DJ, whole 9. Game time, we out. And have it empty. Have it freaking empty. It started. Sports Zone Chicago could start this boycott. I agree. You know what? I'll talk to Matt Zawoski from Pinwheels and Ivy podcast, Sports Mockery, and he can talk to the guys from the 108, and that'll help really get some momentum going. And say, hey, we're gonna, until you do something that benefits us, that helps, that satisfies the fans, we're gonna boycott opening day. I think, how crazy would that be? Because it will probably open gates if it's an afternoon game or a 7:10 game, then the gates will probably open at 4:10. So you can tailgate for 3+ hours because we'll tailgate till 7:30 ish, and then leave, pack up, and leave. I think that would be great. Junior. Oh boy. He got jokes. He's a Cub fan. But I think we should really, really start that. I'm telling you, the ego, the arrogance of this organization. That's the problem. That's why this organization won't win. Because everybody wants the goddamn credit. When you get an organization where no one cares about getting the credit, everybody gets the credit. Everybody gets the credit. Everybody. Hell, Rick Hahn was getting the credit for getting all these players, acquiring all these guys, from Johan to Kopech to Cease to Highmom to Lubob to TA to Giolito. All these guys, Rick Hahn was getting the credit. And he was all excited because everyone was, oh, you're doing a great job. And I was one of them, because it is a great job. Acquiring all the talent he got, it's a great job. But then not letting someone do their job, not getting the most qualified guy in there who might take some of your shine, shows the pettiness of this organization. Shows the pettiness. He has to be in the forefront. He has to. He's got to be in front of the camera. He's got to be the one getting the credit. He's got to be. No, stop being so damn narcissistic. There can be guys who play a huge part in this as well, and it might steal your shine. But if you're wearing a World Series ring at the end of it, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad that someone stole your shine if you're hoisting the World Series trophy in late October? We said it best. Like, that's not a leader. Junior, you just put this up. Yeah, this team. Who the hell is the God-blessed leader on this team? There's no leader in that organization at all. Not from Kenny, from Reinsdorf, to Rick Hahn, to Grifol, to the players. No one. Everybody's me. Me. I want the credit. I want to be interviewed. I want to be on the magazine cover. I want to be online. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be this. Ozzie said it best. And I talked about it last time. If you saw what you had in spring training, you have to lead. I told you I was part of regime change a couple of times in my career. And when football coaches came in, it was their way or the highway. Pedro Grifol has not done that. Because if he had, Yohan Moncada would have been benched a long time ago. Eloy would have been benched a long time ago. Lubob would have been benched early in the season. Tim Anderson would have been benched. All these guys would have been benched because of their attitude, because of them not running to first base, because of not getting the guys over. Just holding people accountable. Ozzie said it in his broken English. He goes, you have to be the leader. And then the leaders on the team, they'll rise up. They'll follow you. Everyone wants the credit, everyone wants the glory, everyone wants the interviews, everyone wants the articles written about them, everyone wants the segments done on them on television, but no one wants to be the goddamn leader. Nobody. And it's evident. It's evident. It's evident. Jason, that's a great point. He needs to be embarrassed on a national level like the Bulls were when the NBA All-Star game was here in 20. Hell yeah. That's how you force rich people to change. You're goddamn right. What was it, Fire Reinsdorf? No, Fire Garpax. Was that what they were saying? Fire Garpax? Was that, Jason, was that what they were saying? Fire Garpax when ESPN was there and at Navy Pier and they had the get up? Were they saying fire Garpax? That's what needs to happen. It needs to be an embarrassment. Yeah. And my guy Clarence, not Clarence Council, but my guy Clarence Perez. Big shout out to Clarence, my guy. He was there. I saw him on TV. He was in there like 7-8 times. They had him on. Couldn't get his big head out of the way. Shout out to Clarence. That's what needs to happen to that organization. On the other side, man, they're doing what you need to do. They're in a pennant race. Yeah. Well, a playoff race. They're not in a pennant race yet. They're in a playoff race. They've won 6 of the last 7 series. Where are they? Oh, they're 2.5 back. Yeah, had they won the last game against the Mets, was it? Yeah, they still would have been a game and a half back. They would have been in sole possession of second place. They're tied for second in the Central with Cincinnati. But they're doing what needs to be done. They're getting guys, getting them on, getting them over, getting them in. You know, I saw a thing on Twitter. I'll shoot it to Steve. I'll make sure he uploads it to my folder next time. It was in the ALDS in 05. There's a runner on second, less than 2 outs. AJ Przinsky's up. And his only job, this is baseball, his only job was to get the runner to third base. Got to hit the ball on the ground, or if you hit in the air, it's got to be a fly ball to right field. Your job is to get that runner to third base. What does he do? Grounds the ball to the second baseman. As he's running down the line, and no one's going to be thrown out, he's clapping his hands. Why? Because he did his job. He did his job. I think he might have tagged, and as he tagged and he was going back to the huddle, going back to the dugout, he was clapping his hand. Because that's solid baseball. Because that's teamwork. My job is to get him over. Because once he's on third, it's a lot easier to score on a wild pitch from third than second. And on a base hit, it's an automatic run. On a base hit, it could be a hard one-liner, a one-hopper to the left fielder who gets it quick, and you might have to hold him. Good, solid baseball. Team first. This group of guys isn't a team. But I digress. On the north side, they're doing what they need to do. All right? Trust me, they would have liked that second win in the Mets series, but it happens. It happens. So now they got to go north of the border. They got to take 2 out of 3 again from Toronto. All right, not going to be easy. Toronto is 13 games over 500. They're no slouch. So if the Cubs get in the playoffs, you better watch out. If the Cubs get in the playoffs, watch out. And I'll tell you why. To get to the playoffs, look at their schedule at the end of the season. Look, they just won 6 out of 7 of their last series. If they won that Mets game, it would have been 7 straight series they've won. There have been no slouches in their schedule. Not at this stage of the season. Not at this stage. The Cubs have had the Mets. The Cubs just took 2 out of 3 from the best team in baseball, the Braves. The Cubs just took. Did they sweep them? Yeah. No, was it 3 out of 4 from Cincinnati? Oh, hold on. July 31st. Huh? Yeah. 3 out of 4 from Cincinnati when Cincinnati was ahead in first place. The hated Cardinals. The Cubs took 2 out of 3 there. They swept the White Sox. The Cubs took 3 out of 4 from St. Louis again prior to that. The Cubs took 2 out of 3 from the Nationals. These are teams. These are good teams. Not all of them. Some of them. All right, Washington and the Sox, they suck. Can't help you there. But the way that they're going into this postseason, there's no fear, there's no apprehension, there's no pause for concern. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, we got here, but no, you beat some good teams getting there. You took 2 out of 3 from good teams to get there. 3 out of 4 from some good teams to get there. You know, this is. So I'm wondering how this is going to lead or how it's going to affect the Cubs in the offseason. Because you have to go after Bellinger and or Stroman. You have to. You got to. You got to come away with one of those guys at least, if not both. You got the money. You got the money. Now imagine Bellinger on a 5-year deal. Imagine Stroman on a 5-year deal. Stroman, 5-year, what, 200? I mean, they're going to go for the money. Don't get me wrong. At this point, Bellinger's won an MVP. Bellinger's won a World Series. Now it's about shut up and pay me. You know what? I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him because you know what? You can't eat a World Series trophy. Not that your kids and your family's are starving by any stretch. Because you're getting $17.5 million this year. So you're pretty good. But it's all about the bottom dollar. Why is it okay for organizations to charge you $30 for parking? Oh, they don't have parking over there. But $12 a beer, $7 for a hot dog, $13 for a nacho. Why can they raise prices to maximize their earnings and people poo-poo the players when they do the same? It's all about getting the bag. And the owners are getting it. Why not the players? So don't hate on your guy for saying, oh, they're paying me $90 million. This team's gonna pay $92 million or $95 million. Because any single one of us, if someone gave you a $10,000 increase, a $15,000 increase in your salary, a $30,000 increase in your salary, and you're going to be doing the same job, you're going where there's more money. Because you have a family to feed. You have a family to provide for. And your job is to make as much money for them to make their lives comfortable. So it's going to be interesting to see the Cubs 3 in Toronto before they come back home, take on the Sox. Can they avoid the letdown? I don't think they're going to I don't think they're going to have a letdown. I think they understand the situation. They understand that they're in the playoffs now. This is playoff baseball now. So I don't think the Cubs by any stretch are going to have a loss of focus. So all the shitty teams that they're going to play, they're going to come at them. And that's the thing I like. That's the culture that I like. This is what we got to do. We got to come after these guys. We need these guys. We need this series to win to better our chances to get to the playoffs. We need the next series. Not that they're worried about it, but this series, and then they're done with that one, they go to the next series. Then when they're done with that one, they go to the next series. That's a good culture. But then again, you got a good leader and a manager and a general manager. Unlike the nonsense we have on the South Side. You have no idea how painful that was for me to talk good about the Cubs. No idea how painful that was to talk good about the Cubs. But I got to keep it a buck with you. It doesn't affect me from doing my job. I'll keep it a buck with you. But now we get to talk some good stuff. So we're going to take a real quick break. On the other side, we're doing a three-man weave. My man Ken Davis from NBC Sports Chicago is going to join us, along with my guy Herb Howard from the Bigs. Three-man weave. Talking Bears. We're going to chop it up. So listen. Call your mother, call your father, call your sisters, call your brothers, call your cousins, call everybody. Three-man weave is in full effect. The three amigos. I love it. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17. Back he goes. Here comes Chubb. There goes the ball. Touchdown! Jones will walk at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down. Great tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, he got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I needed for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
man. That's the walk-up music for my mans and them. Ted Davis, what up, boy?
What's going on, boy? How you doing, Shawn?
Man, I'm good, dude. I am good. I'm good, man. First, I want to say thank you for that call the other day. I know I was knocked out and incoherent, but
it was late. But it's like it's one of those things when your friends share stories and you kind of feel like you was living through that story. So to hear about, because I believe, saying y'all had a two flat or something like that, but regardless, she was close to you while you were growing up. So it's one of those things. And as we get older, and those people, because I was really close to my grandmother's sister. My grandmother's sister was more like my grandmother. My grandmother was more like my mom. So it's one of those things where it's just like, yo, it's cool. It's cool. And this isn't like, if I don't reach out to everybody, you my guy. But I have posted, but I was like, you know what? It's not going to change the world, but yo, I'm thinking about you or whatever, because it's a part of life, but it still sucks. You know what I'm saying? And especially the people that you're connected to and hear you, just talk about your family. So it's one of those things that I'm sorry, saying you and your entire family, particularly you and your mom, you know what I'm saying? And, it takes time, but things will get better. But she does know, as far as your auntie, how much impact she's had on you and your entire family. And you all are that legacy because you keep the memory still alive moving forward.
Well, I appreciate it, man. And you're like about one of 8 to 10 people that reached out, like personally, not just on the Facebook thread. And I appreciate all you, man. It goes to show it's just that you got great friends. You're in that category. Right. Other people are in that category. And it's just great to, that's comforting knowing that I have people like that. You know what I mean? People like you and then the other 8 or 10 people that reached out, which is really, really cool. So again, I appreciate it. It meant a lot, even though I was incoherent, because I woke up and I'm like,
I know. I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. It's like, and I was like, I was making sure, because the thing I was like, now it's like, man, I don't want to be too late, right? It'd be like, damn. But I was like, and I told myself, because I told the lady, I was like, I just grabbed my earbuds and I took off upstairs, and I was like, I gotta call Shawn, and I told her real quick, I was like, I just gotta call him. You know what I'm saying? Like because it was getting late. And I said, let me get this out real quick before it's too late. And I'm calling him. So I said, let me go call my guy, man, and let him know that he's on our thoughts and everything like that.
I appreciate it. I guess I had to check my phone. Like, was that a conversation?
Did I dream this? Oh, yeah, I hate that. Don't let me get a couple in me. Like, I did what?
Oh, man. Hey, we're waiting for our guy, Herb Howard, to join us. He'll be here any moment. He said he has some technical issues, but man, me and you can get it started already, man. It's there tomorrow. It kicks off tomorrow, literally and figuratively. I'll be there. So I'll be there tomorrow morning. I got to meet my cousin on 290 in Mannheim because they're coming in from Elgin. Okay. So we're gonna meet me in. So I got to meet him there at 7:30. Gates open at 8. I'm like, oh, all right.
Woo! You better have a light night, bro. I know you.
Yeah, I mean, only 3 drinks tonight. That's it.
Okay. Because you go kick it, but you'll do it anyway. Get up and still, it's like that cross training stuff. Like you do the most, bro. You do the most.
So I'm excited, man. What are you most excited to see about? What's the one thing? It has to be just one thing that you want to see tomorrow. If you see that, regardless, you're like, whew, okay, I feel much better about this team.
I think it's the low-hanging fruit. It's always Justin taking a step. So I got 2. Because I want to see that both, because maybe the 3rd preseason game they may not play. That's the 4th preseason game from, years back. But I want to see the offense, particularly Justin, look better. That doesn't mean he's going to look perfect. I want to see him look better, period. Just, getting the ball out. I know he may not be exactly what we want as far as not holding onto the ball just yet. And then with the defense, I want to see pressure. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's saying with Unique Ngakoue not playing, I want to see if Javon Dexter is really doing what everyone has been saying, and if we can get a glimpse of it real quick while these youngsters are playing. I want to see, the same with Pickens. I want to see they don't have as many excuses for the interior of that defensive line as they do for the edge of the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I want to see. That's what I want to see. Like those guys, because dude, if they're out there, and I'm not saying it's like Super Bowl legit interior pressure in the middle, but if they're consistently getting pressure, it's like, yo, this defense is going to be a lot better than what we expect. So that's kind of the 2 things that I want to see. But it's a brief little run they'll get in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? It's still, it's like we need this little bit of, we need that. But it's still, I got to see quarter 1. You know what I'm saying? As far as when the season really starts. You know what I'm saying? To really get a whole game of what's really going on. And I also got to see, you know what, as I keep rambling, because you asked me one thing, but I also got to see, I also got to see if, you know, Luke Getsy adapts after people adapt to Luke Getsy. I mean, I think still the whole thing of the Luke Getsy pass, you know what I'm saying, to a degree where it's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying, Luke Getsy, whatever. I got to see if Luke Getsy can really be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So if he can be that, and we can actually worry about losing the offensive coordinator. If we worried about losing offensive coordinator at the end of the year, we had a good season.
Yeah, you know what? That is, as crazy as that sounds, it makes complete sense. It is true, because I mean that means that Justin will be performing at a level that other people are going to want this offensive coordinator, which means this team's going to be winning. We're going to be scoring points, touchdowns galore, yards galore, and okay, maybe we really need to look at Luke Getsy as a head coach. And that'll be great because they already got their successor in Janoko already. They're going to be running the same system, I would presume. So you got, and that's the one thing that's important. I mean, look what New England has done. You know, all good teams, they'll run the same system. When coordinators leave, great, the system stays, and it doesn't affect everybody on the offense or the defense or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. My biggest thing is I want to see. I think for me. Or maybe I should have just given you one offense, one defense. So we'll go with that. My offense, I want to see that run game. I already know Justin's gonna snap, dude, and it's gonna be a little thing because it could be, dude. It literally could be a quick slant to DJ Moore and he'll house call it, just like you know, whoop, a quick on the safety. Safety leans one way, the wrong way, and he's gone. I got a reservation for 6. I got to go. All right, but that defense, I'm looking forward to what you said. That D line. I'm looking. Javon Dexter's has been the talk of camp. He seems like baby Huey. You know, you just got to refine him. He's got that crazy Southern boy, that country boy strength. Not even TA strength. Like when I was there at was it Family Day? They were going through one-on-ones, and he got caught for a second, and it reminded me of a cartoon when like people get on you, like every piles on a guy, and all of a sudden it's like,
then he just the Hulk.
He got stuff, and then like boom, I was like, whoa. I'm like, stuff like that in the middle, without being able to, you know, without a quarterback being able to step up because of that, that's going to cause a lot of problems. I want to see him. I want to see Pickens. I want to see Bell. I want to see all these guys. I want to see Walker. I want to see these guys. Billings
all
too.
the guys has been hyped up. Yeah. I want to see. Also, real quick, shout out Mondo. Only thing with the offensive line, with so many guys being hurt, I don't know if we're going to be able to really see that mesh just yet. Will we ever see Nate Davis? Like, dude, like, think about that. You may like that. You're entering the year already where we need a guard. Like, we're already there. Well, because dog, he can't get healthy now. So you're telling me the health is going to click in, and this dude is going to be healthy for the remainder of the season when he hasn't been healthy since he's been signed basically to the Chicago Bears. So like, I mean, then is Tevin going to be out there the entire game? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those, like, and this is why we've harped on and people kind of got mad, the lack of depth when it comes to the O-line. You can't fix all the problems, but this is what we were saying. Guys are going to get hurt, and you need a nice swing guard, and you need a nice swing tackle too, which they have neither. But they need both, because guys are going to go down. It's not even totally – Nate Davis thing excluded. But and I hate to say this, the Tevin, look, we all love us some Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah,
but we have to come to the grip. We have to come to grips with the fact that he may be a 70 to 80% player when it comes to availability. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just may be who this gentleman is until they find somebody who can perhaps be a guy that can be there for all 17 games, you hope, because it's hard to be there for all 17 games in football. But it may – so you need guys, you need bodies. But again, they tried their best as far as what Ryan Poles has done. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying you can't do everything in one season, in one off season, while you were still rebuilding during the year, trading away players, so on and whatnot.
Well, you know, Alex Leatherwood has looked a lot better. He's looked really good because he's fighting for his NFL.
Life.
I don't want to say NFL career, but at least on this team, because someone else will pick him up and give him a shot. But I think he sees and likes what he sees here, and is like, "No, dude, I want to stay. I want to be part of something." You know, whether it's most likely he wants to be a starter, but if it has to be as a backup, you and I both know you're one snap away from getting your ass in there and playing the rest of the season. You know what I mean? So
plus he's still making that first round money. Let's not forget they picked him up off waivers.
Right.
It wasn't a situation where he had to sign a new contract. He could be in a situation where no one's going to take that contract, and then he signs and he's not getting the remainder of his rookie contract from getting drafted in the first round. So that's one of the keys. But I'm also playing that into why he may like it here, because the Bears were willing to say, okay, you're perceived as a bust. We'll still pay you this, instead of them letting him go through waivers if he made it through, because another team may have snatched him up. But instead of risking him going through getting snatched up in waivers so they'll have to pay the money, they decided, forget it, we'll pay the money. So that's one reason for him to want to be here financially, but also because this team has shown they have a desire and believe perhaps they can get something up out of you.
You know, when you're at a place when people want you, there's a special feeling about that, you know, and people will make concessions like, yeah, you know what, I'll stay here. You know what I mean? I think that's a great point.
I'll stay in about, I won't be a starter. Perhaps I won't be a starter, but I know you guys have the best when it comes to me, this career. You guys think the best of me. So it may not be as what I want. He clearly wanted to be a starter. I mean, come on, regardless of him going from tackle to guard, clearly he would probably prefer to start, you would think. But like you're saying, it's better to be someplace where you want it than someplace where you're tolerated.
Yeah, and that's a huge point. And you'll go above and beyond. I mean, players are doing that for Matt Eberflus, but man, just something like that makes it even more special. So hope maybe that is the case. And if it is, man, that'd be dope. That'd be really, really.
Yeah, dude. If he listen, dope. If he can, no, I'm not even asking. Look, if he can be, and I know this may make some people upset. If he can be, what's the kid that played center these last couple of years when everybody went down? Musafir. Dude, if he could be, and I mean better, but because people hated on Sam Musafir. Sam Musafir wasn't supposed to start. All right? Think about Sam Musafir. He was supposed to give you a chance to live if all ish hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? If Alex Leatherwood can be a depth guy that when one of these guards gets hurt, he comes in and gives you a decent or good performance, that's all you're asking for, to have a guy like that for when one of these guys get hurt that you can fit in and the offense doesn't go to shit. You know what I'm saying? If he can do that, that's all everyone can't be starters. But you do need guys that can platoon, you know what I'm saying, and be there like, dude, the drop-off isn't vast. It's not significant. You know what I'm saying? And that if you get that to where he's giving you 70% of what a starter could give you, and you can hold on for 3 games, perhaps until that starter comes back or someone you sign kind of gets used to the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's depth. That's the depth that you need and that this offensive line needs moving forward.
Yeah, I think Leatherwood's going to be happy because we're going to run the ball so much. You know, you're not really putting him in a tough spot, because that's usually where the issue is with young linemen is pass pro. All right, because you're dealing with different types. When they rotate those defensive linemen and different strengths, here at least you get to use your strength. All right, let's not forget he was the Outland Trophy Award winner, bro. You don't become win that award as the best offensive or defensive lineman in the country because you can't play. You know what I mean? So
you'd rather hit somebody than back up.
Right? Yeah. Let me move you. Yeah. Let me move you instead of catch you.
Instead of me. Exactly. You rather be like, let me be the total. Not say you can't be aggressive backing up, but let me go at you. Than sometimes taking a step back and waiting to see how you're going to come and impact me. So, yeah, it's simple about it. You always prefer, if you're offensive lineman, to sit there and impose your will and get off the ball and get at somebody that pass pro, even though some guys are fantastic good pass pro. It's the way you get paid.
Yeah. We're joined by Ken Davis from NBC Sports Chicago, talking Bears football right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Herb's still having some issues. Oh, man. He's still having some issues getting on. But you know, I also, and then the low hanging fruit, but I want to see that receiver room. I want to see, and unfortunately, Chase Claypool's not going to play because he pulled up with a hammy. Right. Okay, fine.
Yeah. I hope that's not one of those season lingering injuries.
No, they said it wasn't too bad.
Okay,
but they're just gonna.
Because I was starting to get amped for him. I was starting to get a little amped for Chase.
Yeah.
I was starting to get a little amped. Like, okay, somebody may be missing out on some money because you can't pay 3 receivers. Right. Yeah. Not in one off season. You can't have, because what's going to happen with DJ Moore's contract And then one of these guys has to, now, depending on, maybe one of them doesn't get paid significantly. But if you're going to give 3 guys making decent money in the wide receiver room, that's a lot. That's a lot. Again, they're not making the same type of money, but look at the problems. And it's not a problem, it's better. But look at the Bengals and all the T. Higgins discussion that went on, because they're going to have to pay him and Jamar Chase. But look at what they've been saying. They're probably going to pay both of them, and everybody say Tyler Boyd's going to be for the streets. And we'll find us another guy in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. Some of this we got to get through the draft, baby. We got to get some cheap labor. You know what I'm saying? Through the draft. Yeah. And again, I was amped to see. You know what I'm saying? How Chase Claypool was going to be that catch radius basketball player out there, and a guy that was being undeniable to go along with DJ Moore. And not to say it won't happen, but I'm interested in that, particularly because I wanted to draft him in fantasy, but I was like, I don't know if they're gonna pass that rock enough for that. I'm like, I think I'll pass it more, but I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be significant enough to take the second receiver. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, DJ Moore is one thing, the second guy, but I'm like, he's gonna be a PPR guy. Clearly, he's gonna be a down and distance. Here, we'll see what happens, Chase. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, I can at least get 10 points out and just do the PPR. And I was like, I'll wait. He's still on waivers. He's still on waivers right now. I was like, I'm gonna wait. And then this draft, we did it for Under Center. We did our fantasy draft, which I still don't understand why we did it 4 weeks before the season's about to start. Like, we're tempting fate so hard in case somebody gets hurt. But again, that's Kenneth Davis and his fantasy update here on Shawn and Maya in the morning.
It's going to be fun. You know what? I want to see it. I did want to see Chase, obviously, but I want to see what Scott does. Tyler, what do you do now? Now that you got some time, Bayless, what are you going to do? There's been a lot of talk about you that you're doing well in camp. Okay, well now you got to, make it difficult on Ryan Poles. Make it difficult. Right. And they're gonna give you a shot because of the fact that you're their guy. They drafted you. They drafted you. So you know what? Do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'm sure Herb would have told us, before being that he's out there all the time. But my guys, Bayless has been solid. Tyler Scott's been this. It's been up, been down, been up, but he's a young rookie. I mean, I think the best part is that the guy from last year who you wanted to be kind of Tyler Scott, even though he's more of a gadget player than a crisper route runner in Tyler Scott, and Bayless has taken a step. And then Tyler Scott, man, I think we all know Tyler Scott's going to come along. Just talking to him, interviewing him, I like that kid. Like, that kid can do media in the future. Just honestly, like he's on it, right? Like he's on it. I did enjoy talking. I didn't say that I know him or anything like that, but I think his character is pretty good. And I think he should be able to figure out. And also, you're not asking a lot from him. Now, this is always the best part compared to what the Bears usually do, because the Bears, they would usually do, we would draft probably in the second round some wide receiver, and we need a star at wide receiver, and not this rookie. We're like, man, you better be a star. And it's like, first of all, I know we're in a new NFL where the last 10 years, perhaps receivers can come in and be pretty good right away compared to when they had to come in and learn a pro-style offense. It may have taken them a couple of years to just snap. Not to say you didn't have your outliers like Randy Moss, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when you're looking at the fact that you got DJ Moore, you got Chase Claypool, you have Darnell Mooney, you have Velus Jones, you know what I'm saying? You got guys above Tyler Scott that you're not like, you have to be that guy this season. You can just be a vertical threat when needed, and then we can refine what we're doing with you over the next couple of years. That's the best part, because it's not the same stuff the Bears would usually do. The Bears would usually put all the pressure on this kid carrying the damn offense. You know what I'm saying? And that
need 1,200 yards from you, rookie.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We could run down a list of guys that the Bears did that with, where it was like they coming right in, and the Bears, one, they probably didn't draft the right guy, but, come right in and asking for you to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the best things where it's not as much pressure. We'll see.
According to Jerry Rice, T.O., and Jamar Tate drop passes rookie, I'm not worried about Tyler Scott. I get your point. I get your point.
But don't you dare put Tyler Scott in the same breath as Jerry Rice and T.O. Don't you dare, Cornelius. Don't you dare. Even Jamar Chase slander to a degree. Like that's a high realm. I get the point. I'm not worried. Like I said, I'm not worried. But did you just flash 80? You put him with flash 80. Kick him out, Shawn. Cornelius, you gotta go today. You went far with that flash 80, the greatest receiver of all time. You go just throw like, oh yeah. I hope Tyler Scott is that good, Cornelius. But I hope we're talking about him in that rare air. But flash 80.
You know,
how old is Cornelius, Shawn? How old is Cornelius? Cornelius is like 60. Didn't we go this with Cornelius like 2 years ago? Cornelius is like older than us, right?
He's in our age group, yeah.
Okay, Cornelius, I expect better. Cornelius.
We got, you know what,
I'll go with that. Cornelius. I'll go with that. That works, Cornelius. That works.
You give us
got it, Cornelius.
Dude, if he becomes this, man, look out. If he becomes Deshaun Jackson, look the freak out. Because because I mean, you put it this way, as long as he's playing with DJ Moore, he will never see a double team. He will never see a double team. So now you just got to use your speed against his speed. Can you beat him? Okay. Can you run a crisp enough and precise enough route where you're going to get open just because of the concept? And if you do, man, oh man, oh man, because Cornelius, no, he's not. Maybe he was born in 69. I don't think he's 69 years old.
I thought before he said he was. I thought he said you could be right. You could be right. Regardless, see that. I wish he was though, because I think one of the things that we need like the older cats to talk about the guys that was before us. I know, like we kind of know, but just to keep those guys alive too. You know what I'm saying? Like we like to get the stories so that we can pass those stories on. Because the people are going to forget, just like our guys, if we don't talk about them, nobody's going to remember these cats nowadays, especially if, you know what I'm saying, the YouTube footage is ultra grainy. You know what I'm saying? Now you turn it on, it's not in HD. You're like, no, like.
My eyes.
Exactly. What is happening out there? Like, oh, man.
You used to watch this?
You know, listen, it's nothing worse. It's nothing, you know what age you super fast? To watch old NBA on NBC footage, and you'd be like, "Dude, this was in Technicolor. This when I was a kid. This was what it was. This was HD." And you see, like, damn, this is what is going on? Yeah, oh man, that hurts my soul.
I can't even see his number for real good.
Oh my god, exactly. Oh man, that hurts my heart when I see. I'd be like, "What was I watching, dude?" I used to get so amped for that. Like, oh man, but yeah, if he does that. If he does that, and I mean, he doesn't have to be that. He turned 69 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
yeah, I remember. Canadian's one of the best when it comes out here as far as coming at it and keeping us all in line.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying, yeah, but I think Tyler Scott will be fine. I mean, I really like Tyler Scott. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the easier athlete interviews of a young person coming into the league that I could maybe have ever done. You know what I'm saying? Like it was no pulling teeth. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to what this young man does. And again, him being up and down. He's a young rookie. He'll get better. Nobody's saying he won't get better. I expect he will get better. And what you said, it's not even when you said just DJ Moore, as long as he plays with DJ Moore, Mooney, and Chase Claypool, he's not getting the double team. Like he would. Do you know how great he would have to play where teams would even think about starting to shift coverage away from DJ Moore? You know what I'm saying? But so, I mean, it's just I just wonder how far they're going to go when it comes to the passing game. You know, how much? Because I'm not saying it in a negative way. Because if they're winning, if their defense is better, we know they get off the bus running, right? Do you want to get into a situation where perhaps you're turning over balls unnecessarily because you're trying to prove something as far as that you've taken this next step rather than trying to win games? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of thing I was saying with the fantasy house, kind of like, well, I don't know. Because, I mean, if they're winning – It may not make sense where Justin needs to try to throw for 30 passes a game if they don't need him to do it. I want to see Justin take the next step too. But if they can maintain Justin's passing the ball 22, 25 times a game, he's throwing for perhaps 2 touchdowns and running for a touchdown, or helping get the team down the goal line where Dante Foreman or Khalil Herbert can, just punch it in, then you don't necessarily need him to be prevailing through the air. And if the defense, we've heard everything we've heard about the defense, and then they added Unique Ngakoue, and the guy that how often do we get the guy that we opine for?
Yes.
And he's been out there forever, right? So I'm usually he gets signed and we start cursing and saying, "What the hell are y'all doing?" Right?
Go sign him. Why did you sign him? Yep. Boom.
Right. He held him out and got the price close to what he wanted. Speaking of Ryan Poles, and it also goes to show that they're not resting on their laurels when it comes to this season, because they could have easily been like, "Yo, we're gonna be better, but we want that Bears pick to kind of be like around here." Right. Yeah. And it's showing you you know what? We don't care. We're going to try to put out the best team we possibly can. We're going to try to win. I got a question for you, though. And it's a question for everybody. All right. And it starts right here. Yeah. Right up there. How do you feel about that being the primary logo instead of the wishbone C, Shawn?
Love it.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why I got a problem with it. All right. I'm going to tell you why. Now, me personally, I've always wanted to see that on a Bears helmet, right? Mm-hmm. I've always, even if it's an alternate, fine. It didn't have to be, this was the new helmet, because I do like the fact that the Bears C is one of those old things that doesn't change, like the Packers, the Giants, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, these are some old teams, and the Yankees uniforms, you don't mess with this. It's like, it's cool.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up with the C, it was like, yeah, I get it. It's cool. And I'm from Chicago, so that's kind of cool. But it'd be nice to see something like this. Now, this is where I have kind of a problem with it. If they're doing this because they don't want to have Chicago on the helmet when they move, I have an issue. All right? Because then it's like, so, whoa. What are y'all going to call this team? Because I know damn sure you're not going to call it whatever suburb y'all playing in Bears, right? You're going to call it the Chicago Bears. If you're going to call it the Chicago Bears, and I'm not saying they're going to switch permanently to something like this. I'm just saying if this is the reason why, I have an issue, all right? Because I had to spend my whole life with that damn C on the helmet, and you never gave me this. But then you're going to tell me you're going to move, and then you're going to snatch the damn C off the damn helmet? Again, if they do. Again, this is just me in the mind of Ken. This is just in the mind of Ken, my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, Mondo. It's tradition. But I'll say this. I do want to see them alternatively put that on a helmet. Also, they know they can make more money. You know what I'm saying? So
Bingo.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Vaughn, it kind of is, but it's tradition. Now, some traditions are bad. But that's why I said, you know what? One game. Just one game or 2 games a year. Hell, 4 games a year. That's only a quarter of the season. You know what I'm saying? Change it up, because, dude, some of these unis are fire. This is the old one that's fire. And now imagine the bear head logo on that uni. Come on, man. That would be tight as all get out. That'd be tight. Or this one. All right, dude, here, dude, that is dope. Dope. I love it. And again, you only won 1 or 2 games where, you know what I'm saying? 4 games total, 1 home, 1 away, 1 alternate. Man, here's the one that most people really hated this. Most people really hated this jersey. It looks like Houston Oilers. It looks like it's from the future. Like we're playing like some Sling Blade Tron type futuristic football. You know what I'm saying? It's like it looks no. I'll say this though. This would be the issue though. Bears mess around, let's just say in the next 6 years, they win the Super Bowl, right? And they win it with that on top on their helmet and not the C, I'm going to feel a certain kind of way. All right? Just because we're talking about family, you're talking about the last time they won a Super Bowl, you're talking about Walter Payton. You're talking about a lot. The last time they were there, what was there, and it's like you're messing with stuff now. It's just, like look, play games when you play games, but when it's serious, wishbone C. All right, like it's wishbone C season. Now if they suck with the wishbone C, maybe we gotta flip it. But I'm just saying, like, that dude, that would, because dude, you know, we all gonna cry. First of all, next time the Bears win the Super Bowl, so many of us are gonna, because you're gonna think about everybody who's not here, how long it's been. If you were alive, first of all, if you were alive for the last one, you're gonna cry, right? Mm-hmm. If you weren't alive and you last time the Bears won the Super Bowl, Rex Grossman was their quarterback, you're gonna cry.
Because you cried when he was their quarterback.
Right? Like, dude, it's gonna hit it's gonna hit so hard. Like, that's why it's like I can't wait for the Bears. I hope that they're moving up consistently now. Because, dude, if they're consistently good and they win one, we're going to lose you can't tell a Chicago person nothing. Shit.
Dude, you better not even say you're from Green Bay or a Green Bay
right,
fan.
You can't
be all in that face.
Dude, don't let us go on a run. Don't let us. Don't let it happen, man. Like, oh man, dude, it's going to be crazy. Forget everything you've seen before. All right. And I've been here for everything in the modern era of championship. You know what I'm saying? So have you. I don't care what you've seen. You ain't seen the Bears win it. You ain't seen it. Right?
The Bulls was great, all 6. The Blackhawks 3. The White Sox was great. The Cubs was great.
But
that dude. 85 ticker, January of 86, that ticker tape parade where they barely could get the bus down the street. Mugs are hanging on light poles. Mugs are hanging out windows, and it's like 15 degrees outside, and Mugs just didn't care. They're hanging out. Man, that was insane.
It's going. They think about how they would do it now, right? They have all this time to plan, know what works and what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be. It's going to be crazy. It happened. I'm not saying it's going to happen right away. It's going to happen, but it's going to be one of the most joyous things. Like, that's the thing.
Cornelius.
Oh, totally. Listen, Cornelius. You should travel around the country. I used to see kids in Jordan. First of all, I didn't even know kids outside Chicago wore Jordans. I was on a cruise. Saw some little white boy. I'm like, what the hell is that? I was entering like junior high or whatever. We were so obnoxious during the Jordan period. It was like these kids now don't understand how obnoxious we were. You couldn't tell us shit. And look, it was right. We deserved it because we had the greatest. Now, he didn't lose to nobody when he started winning. Right, nope. It was like we didn't go through this heartache that all these other people went through.
Like Magic won with Bird, lost with Bird, won.
No, we didn't go. The Pistons, the Trailblazers losing to everybody. We didn't go through none of that. That shit was like when we got there. No, it was the only thing. I'll say this. I remember a girlfriend of mine, and it happened twice during that Bulls run. This is the second run, but the first. I remember the Game 7s. The only time you could get us quiet was Game 7. I picked up a girlfriend from. So this was the Indiana one, right?
Yeah.
I picked up my girlfriend from work. I brought her to my crib to watch the game. She said, I ain't never heard you be this quiet before a Bulls game in my life. I said, because it's Game 7. And then the Knicks one in the first three-peat, where it was like, man, this game. The last thing we wanted was for the Knicks to beat us, right?
Remember, I went to school in Massachusetts, bro. My roommate's from Queens. My roommate's a big-time Knicks fan, man.
Dude,
and then I was in Massachusetts, so they're like, the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics couldn't hold a candle to this team. Come on, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, Michael, Scotty, B.J. Armstrong, Paxson. They couldn't. I said Michael would run circles around Bob Cousy, and he was a Holy Cross alum, and Michael still runs circls around him. No way, dude.
Not
they hated me.
not to where what Scotty had become by that time. Because what was those Celtic teams from the 80s gonna do with him? You know what I'm saying? Because he's coming for Bird. He's putting that D all over Bird. All right, like Bird's not going. Bird's an assassin, but it's not. You saw what happened to Magic when Scotty got a hold of Magic. You know what I'm saying? And Bird at that time, Bird's back didn't even work.
Yeah,
right. Like, so I'm just like, dude, like that's it's funny you mentioned. I was thinking about Horace Grant the other day, just how well he fit in, be able to hit that 15-footer.
Mid-range,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that open that shot and how it changed to where that second three-peat was Scotty was more of an offensive player and shot more, that you didn't need that, and you needed Dennis, who didn't want to really shoot in the first place, because Jordan and Piston was first of all, Jordan was so much of more of a gun. Like, it was nothing like the second three-peat when Mike was off and you was like, "Uh-oh, Mike gonna go for it anyway today." Mike will be like 1 of 8, and you'd be like, "Uh-oh, Mike gonna be about 15 to 35 today," right?
He's still gonna get 35 points.
Oh yeah,
he's 35, 40 shots.
Right? Like Mike, he's gonna today, baby. Like,
oh man! So if the Bears do win, yeah, obnoxious is gonna. I don't know. I don't even know if there's a word that can describe how Chicago Bear fans are going to be, especially the Packer fans. There'll be so many fights going on. There'll be so many fights. These youngsters.
I'm talking stuff to more than no. Forget just a Packer fan. I'm talking so reckless to everyone from any other NFL city or fan base. I mean, dude, because man,
we run this. We run this.
Don't let us have a run in this, dog. When we get a couple, oh man, you can't tell me.
You know what? If we can go on a San Francisco Giants run, all right, they win it every other year.
Oh yeah, every other year. Oh yeah, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me.
Mahomes and Fields in the Super Bowl like 4 years in a row.
Don't tell, dude. You can't, dog. Dude, it's gonna be too hard. It's gonna be too hard, like you say, to even. Yes, me too. Chicago versus everybody, Cornelius. I'll be like Don Burr also. Like, please don't, dog. Like, and that's all we want. Like, but don't we deserve it? How long have we been watching subpar sports in Chicago? I'm not even gonna put it on the Bears. You know what I'm saying? We consistently support subpar sports. Shawn's still watching baseball games, right? Beating himself.
But I did propose something. Did you hear me earlier? I proposed, like, you know what? We should boycott the home opener. Go out there, go out there for the tailgate, get drunk as a skunk. All right, I'll pay the $30. That's cool. I'll give you the $30. And you know what? I'm a tailgate and game time, because if it's a night game, 7:10, they'll kick us about 7:30. Either go to Cork and Carries at the park, go to Turtles, go to the bar on 39th Street, go to Wings and Rings, and just be like, I'm out, gone. And I have like 2,000 people in the stadium on the home opener. Yeah, bump you, Chicago White Sox. Don't piss me off. Too late. They pissed me off.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I don't even want to. I can't even do that one. As far how I feel about like that pain, because I told you last year. See what I did? I Heisman that bad boy last year. I told you because it hurts too much, and this year, man, it's still working because they do you wrong. Man. They do you wrong, man. I won't go into it, but they do you wrong. And that one, that cuts a deep. Those cuts, especially when you say my favorite teams. So. One, we just talked about the Bulls, and then you're talking about the White Sox and how what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like what? And it hurts. It hurt because we're talking about like this was Cornelius just said as far as being obnoxious. These kids know nothing about being obnoxious, and I'm saying it like that's unfair. They supposed to have had some obnoxiousness in them over how great one of these teams. Well, I mean, at least they got the Blackhawks. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to be a hockey person to necessarily enjoy that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And even it's a smaller niche. And then the thing with the Cubs and the White Sox, they won one. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like now, if either one of those teams won 2 in a sport like baseball and how difficult it is in a window to win multiple, because the people don't know about the 90s and early aughts Atlanta Braves who had like 14 straight. 14, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, titles.
And only got 1 title, which I'm not dissing it, but it's not the same. If they got 2, it feels totally different from just getting that 1. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
But you get that 1. Dog, I hate to say it, that bad boy fades away. You know what I'm saying? Like it
like everybody, all the other one and dones.
Right. It's not the same compared to just like we had a run in us. Like it was us, and it like the thing with the Bulls. It was us. It wasn't like us and so-and-so. No. Yeah. Like Houston blipped up for a minute, right? And I love to see Robert Horry. Right. I love to see Robert Horry talk about how they was good. I know the Bulls had problems with the Texas Triangle on the road, whatever, whatever. All right. But like still, the fact that they owned the 90s, right? They came in the front of the 90s and closed the 90s out. Period. And none of those teams, and not to say I'm not dissing those teams because those guys should have won some rings, but they had to go up against Michael Jordan.
Ewing, Barkley, Reggie Miller.
No, how do people diss Charles Barkley? How do People actually talk crazy about Charles Barkley. I don't want to be Charles. No, he went up against Michael Jordan and he was dropping 40 himself. It wasn't Charles Barkley's fault. All right, believe. But no, it's funny because I was talking about Horace the other day. He had Horace so shook. People don't know the reason Horace threw that pass to John Paxson. Horace was so broke in that series, he didn't want to take another shot. All right, that's how. And Barkley wasn't even a known defender, but Barkley messed Horace's confidence up. Yeah, he messed his confidence up in that series. But
he
people
told
say
him,
that.
He said when they go to Phoenix, we're winning the title. We're winning the title here. And if you ain't with it, he goes, get the hell out. He goes, we're winning the title. And they got all the way to game 6.
Oh man. That I remember calling. I was over my boy's house and he didn't want the Bulls to win. He was like, I'm tired of the Bulls winning. And I was like, how could you say that? Right? I said, how dare you? And I was like, look, I called the play. I was like, they're gonna throw the ball in, they're gonna kick it out to Paxton, he gonna knock down the 3, right? I called the shot before it happened. Dude, next thing I know, we was outside and pandemonium and lawlessness was taking place. All right, like
we're still looting. Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, it was looting. It was definitely some looting on 79th Street on the 9. It was some looting taking place. All right, sorry. Yes, as Biggie would say. Like, dude, you ain't living through none of that, man. You ain't lived, right? You ain't had a good time. Oh, you supposed to be able to have a great time like that. Nobody died or anything, but dog, and we were young. The thing too, we thought we were young. That Bulls started winning titles when I was still in grade school. That was in junior high.
91. I was 20. I was in college.
So like, dude, we're talking about the great youth, the youth of our life. And we got this dude. I always think about when I hear Billy Crystal talk about Mickey Mantle, right? And just watching those Yankees. And I'm like, I live that, baby. I was like, I know what you mean, Billy. Like, I know what you mean. And look, you had Mickey. It wasn't even like you had Willie. You just had Mickey. All right? I got the GOAT, right? I watched that dude. All right, it wasn't no question about who the man was. This was
no debate,
man.
no nothing.
This was
him and everybody else.
And he showed it. That's why we were so over the dog. We did it. Once he won, we never lost again.
6-0. It's 6-0.
6-0, baby.
The 92 riot was the best. Championship riot. Of all the riots, I would place the 92.
It was a quality riot. It was a quality riot at the time. I couldn't even look. That champ is that wait. They won 90-91 or was it 91-92 was the first?
90-91.
It was 90. Yeah, so I didn't go outside. We were in my grandmother's room. Again, I was in grade school. I didn't get to go outside for that one. I just screamed out the window. Yeah,
they're shooting like a son of a gun.
They were shooting.
And shaka, boom.
And okay, last part for me on this. And I always say this to anybody that lives outside of Chicago. I say, listen, whenever you hear, particularly black women, say, I'm going to watch the game, that means the Bulls are in the playoffs. Because you'd be like, what game? Like, they don't say the sport, or I'm going to watch the Bulls. They say, I'm going to watch the game. This is meaning the Bulls are really good when you hear black people say, they don't name the sport. I'm going to watch the game, right? Like that. I heard that again during the Derrick Rose days when I heard, I was like, oh man, it's back, right? It was like, I'm going to go watch the game. That's what they call it, the game, right? That's how big it was. It wasn't Jordan or anything. I'm going to watch the game. Forget the sport. You got to know it was basketball. I'm going to watch. That's how big it was. I mean, dude, just, man, it was sweet.
It was sweet. And you know what? To get on this run, like, so my friends from New England, like I was so jealous of them. Like I want to kick them all right in the nuts, for 20 years, they went to 10 Super Bowls in 20 years. Dude, imagine, I couldn't imagine 10 Super Bowls in 20 years. I couldn't.
It'd be so, we'd be so spoiled. Do you know that we just, dude, first of all, let's be honest.
We be to each other.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be honest, Shawn. Let's be honest about something. You know what makes the New England thing even worse? That was the team we pulverized to win the Super Bowl, and then they had a run like that. It felt like it was taking it back and like disrespecting us back then. That was the team to be this modern day Yankees.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This modern day Yankees, basically. That was I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, and I mean also to think about that. I hate to say this too because F Boston for life. Then the Celtics actually won one, and the damn Red Sox have finally got their stuff together.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, in the middle of that run.
Yeah,
Boston to the Bruins.
I say the Bruins, dog. That's crazy. Like, that's unfair. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, man, those kids. Now, listen, we talking about us being obnoxious. Those are some obnoxious little bastards that are now grown. That's unfair. They were winning everything. Like, man, that's
so it's the Patriots and who this year? The Patriots and who this year? The Patriots and who this year? The Red Sox. Okay, you got it 04. You can have it. Oh, you know what? You wanted it 07 again? No problem. You know. Oh, we got the Bruins. Okay, no problem. The Celtics. Okay, good. Now you got the big three with KG. Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. Okay, good. Now you win, and it wasn't fair, dude. Really,
and they would have won too. I hate to say it too. They would have won too if Kendrick Perkins' knee didn't get messed up. And that's crazy. We got to talk about Kendrick Perkins' knee. But I mean, Kobe had a bad game 7. I mean, just think about it. Yeah. And Kobe, the only thing Kobe did was rebound. He not rebounding like that if Kendrick Perkins was out there. Like,
get out of here, kid.
Right? Like.
He just throwing his big ass into him, knocked him out.
Totally knocking him out. Like,
hey man, great stuff, Ken. I appreciate it. It sucked. Herb wasn't able to get on. He said the camera wasn't working on his computer, and then he couldn't access it through his phone. I'm like, it happens.
We'll do it down the line, man. We'll do it down the line, man.
Hey, great stuff. But before we go, let everyone know where they can find you and your work online and on TV, Mr. Superstar.
5:30 p.m. every Wednesday on NBC Sports Chicago. You can watch the Under Center podcast. Perhaps whatever guests that we're fortunate enough to have on. Shout out to Jay, Cornelius, Armando. I think Vaughn was in there. Everybody that's in the chat, keep us lively. Appreciate you taking a little bit of time and talking memory lane with us. Everybody have a safe weekend, Shawn. Blessings to you and your family, man. Be safe. Be safe going to that game tomorrow. And everybody, hopefully the Bears win. Whatever, it's preseason. As long as the first units looked better.
Yeah,
that's really what. But also, I'll say this. I hope that perhaps we do find some depth guys that kind of stick out, because that's the best part of Roy. I remember Roy Robertson Harris or whatever his name was. I remember seeing him in the preseason and being like, "Yo, I kind of like I always like to see those guys." So perhaps we'll see some of those guys with the preseason. But everybody be safe, man. I'll talk to you. Noah Sewell, I think, is going to be. It's already
man,
around. It's already around. Dude.
We got linebacker depth. We got linebacker depth.
Right. Yeah. And also Jack Sanborn's been hurt. And the thing is too, Jack Sanborn, being as smart as he is, definitely Josh, see you on your show Monday. Jack Sanborn being as smart as he is, being a backup, can play those three as a depth guy, those three positions or whatever.
Right.
Probably, even though Noah Sewell can probably play some weak side to go along playing Sam. But yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, listen, the man may be able to hit in the draft. He can't do well in the draft. That's half the weight right there, because we've never had a guy since the 80s that consistently can knock players out when it comes to drafting for the Bears. But yeah, everybody, I'll see y'all. Check me out on What's Up Cuz Monday evening at 7 p.m. Everybody be safe.
Awesome, man. Hey, you have a good weekend too, and man, have a fun time watching the game tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. I'm fired up. I gotta figure out. I was gonna go get one of those big straw hats. It's supposed to be like high 80s tomorrow. Maybe a little cooler by the lake, but like, man, I ain't sitting in that 400 section and getting all burnt up.
Don't do that.
I was gonna go get one of those big straw hats that they had. I should have got it when I was at Hallis Hall. But we'll see if
you better, because man, that's why I tell you, I burn, so I can't even play games like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Hey, this light skin gets red.
Dude, I like that's why, like at guaranteed rate, I got to sit in certain sections. People like, yeah, we're gonna sit out in the bleachers. I'm like, nah, it better be some shade. It better be overcast, because dude,
or a night game.
Yeah, dude. No, man. I was like, real quick. I went to one Sox game, and my girl gave me the sunscreen. I left it in the car, literally on my arm, bubbles of skin on my arm. And then I'm sitting where I usually sit, but it was an early game, so the sun is coming down, because usually I would sit down the third baseline. And dude, that, like, as soon as you say that, I'm like, no. I tell my friends, like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. It don't work. It don't work. But yeah, all right, bro. Be safe, Shawn.
All right, you have a good one. I know. Guys, that was Ken Davis from NBC Sports Chicago. We couldn't get Herb Howard from technical issues, and that sucked. What a great segment. Yeah, it was fun. If you grew up those times, it was fun watching the Bulls, watching the Blackhawks. That's obviously more recent. But yeah, maybe having a run would be awesome. That would be really, really helpful for us to be able to talk shit. All right, talk. You don't talk to us. We gone to 2 Super Bowls, man. But I mean, think about how the kids in Kansas City can talk shit to you know what I mean. If you're a college kid in Kansas City, how much are you talking to your friends? What if you go to a New England? What if you go to a school in Texas? What if you go to a school in California or in Florida? Man, you got bragging rights left and right. So crazy. Wow, guys, 2 hours has come and gone. Holy shnikes. Man, I want to thank my guest, Ken Davis, for coming on, talking, holding it down. Man, it's unfortunate. Herb had some technical issues, and he was ready. He sent me pictures because I'm trying to get on. I'm like, I know, man, it happens. It happens. Stuff. It's life. We just roll. We roll with the punches. That's it. But we'll have those guys on again, and it'll be a nice little round table next time. But I want to thank everybody over from here, Sports Zone Chicago. My executive producer, Elliot Baez, Clarence Council III, my social media guy, my co-host at Absentia, Maya Kai, my producer, Steve Weekly. And most importantly, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and giving us the love and support that we, that you do. We appreciate it. We appreciate it big time, man. Cornelius, Jason, Junior, Patty, Vaughn, Brandon from the left coast, my man. If you're coming, you better let me know, B. You better let me know if you're coming for opening for Packer Week. And everybody else who joined in, Monica, Patty, Luis, everybody. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love and support. Make sure at 12:15 today, what's up, cuz? They're going to give you another 2 hours of Chicago sports talk. You want to do that? Smoke Fellas tomorrow, 11 to 1. They'll give you more. I mean, that if you haven't watched those guys, that is a show of shows. Man, make sure you check those guys out. And then on Monday, I'll be back Monday. We'll talk some stuff. But as Ken said, he'll be on What's Up, Cuz with Jason and Lance. So we got you covered when it comes to Chicago sports talk. All right. So I'm going to get out of here. I am excited for the game tomorrow, heading over to Soldier Field for that preseason game with my cousins. It's going to be fun. So enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a really nice weekend, mid to high 80s. I got a pool party after the Bears game tomorrow, so it's going to be a fun weekend for your boy. Spend it with your loved ones. Please do. Man, as you all know, nothing is promised. Tomorrow is not promised. So make sure that you spend time with the people that you care about. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I will see you on Monday. Same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. to 11 Central Standard Time. So for everybody here, your boy, the SuperBack, I am out.